Let's go.
Hello. Welcome to another FPL video. Today, we're doing a little stream, taking a look back at Game Week 19 and also looking ahead to Game Week 20. I myself am going to be wanting to move on to the Game Week 20 stuff as quickly as possible, but we have a man here, Mr. L. Taylor. How you doing, mate? How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing
How
good.
you feeling?
Good to
How
be
are
back
you
on.
feeling? That's right. It's good to have you,
Yes.
mate. Good to have you as always.
Oh, that's nice. That's
So,
lovely.
yeah, I guess first things first, we're going to take a look at game week 19, the double game week. You yourself have
Mm.
you've had a decent little game week. I may say so myself. Um,
Just been okay.
I've brought your team up, so just talk us through how you're feeling, your reactions to the game week, things that have gone well, things that maybe haven't, and yeah, kick us off.
Yeah, so made one transfer in for this week,
hmm
which turned out to be the best transfer since Antonio last season, with John Stones in
Since
for
Antonio last season, yeah,
Alioski.
big boy John Stones, the man.
Yeah, I think he's now got the record for the most FPL points for a
Joint
defender now. I think the
joint
record is
record.
25.
Yeah, yeah. For a defender, yeah, he's got the joint record like for a game week, if you know what I mean. Just generally, if you're not, if you
Mm.
feel me. Yeah, crazy game week for John
So,
Stones owners.
so huge from John Stones. Yeah. Um, I mean, at the
Brace
start of
against
this game week, I was
Palace.
pleased. I was pleased with. So I was going to be pleased with like a double clean sheet. Never
hmm
mind that and a brace.
Yeah,
But no, Stones is looking really good. It seems that Stones and Diaz partnership at centre back for City is sort of Pep's favoured one,
yeah,
especially with Garcia being ill, Laporte being injured.
yeah.
Doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime
Well,
soon.
I did see it there, but
Um,
there's always FPL Twitter kind of talk. You see stuff like, oh, Pep saying Laporte's on his last step, he's almost ready, but like, is it? You don't. Maybe he gets in the next few game weeks coming up. The Man City don't have the hardest of fixtures. Maybe
mm,
Diaz gets given a rest or Stones because Diaz especially has been playing every single game week or every single game for a long period of time. So maybe he
mm.
gets a rest, but speculation to be honest, speculation.
Yeah, I mean, City have Cheltenham in the FA Cup on Saturday, so I can see some rotation there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But otherwise, their next game in the Prem is until Tuesday, so I feel like decent
Mm.
enough rest for the main players.
Oh yeah, I don't see
Uh,
it happening soon. I mean, like, there's a Tuesday game, then like a Saturday Sunday game, then another
yeah,
sort of Tuesday to Thursday game week, and
yeah,
then I think
Tuesday, Saturday,
another.
Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, so it's Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, and then after that, do they have another Saturday or Sunday? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, they play Liverpool the week after that, I
Yeah, so
think.
it's a lot of fixtures. I mean, a lot of the players are probably used to that with Champions League, so it's no different than just having like a Champions League fixture during the
Mm.
week. But you know, it is what it is. What about the rest of the team? How are we feeling? Anything that didn't
Yeah,
particularly go well for you that you were kind of hoping or you're a little bit disappointed about?
I thought Dallas would potentially do better against Brighton, but
Yeah.
they're quite a well organised team, Brighton, so maybe that
hmm
was a bit too much to expect. Martial double blank was a bit annoying.
Yeah.
They had two quite nice fixtures there.
hmm
Um, but to be honest, against Liverpool, it was a close game.
It was.
And then against Fulham, like if you sort of watch the game back, Martial was being marked by at least two Fulham
He's
players
been man marked, was
every
he?
time he sort of
Did
got the
you
ball. Yeah,
see
so
anything from my main man Tete? Anything?
he looked pretty solid. Um,
I guess it was a lot of defending
I
for
can't,
Fulham in that game. It's harder to
yeah,
judge
I
him off
can't say
of that
I've
game.
watched him sort of particular.
No,
Um,
that's
but yeah,
fair
it's, to
enough.
be fair, Fulham played well. Good setup by them. They sort of recognised that
hmm
with Greenwood and Wan-Bissaka on that United right hand side, there wasn't going to be a lot there.
Yeah,
So most of the defending was going to come on the left, which is obviously where Martial was. So I think that was maybe a factor in why
hmm
he didn't do so well.
yeah,
But no, good performance again by United. Bruno was so unlucky to not get more returns, really.
yeah. I mean, I
Um,
saw the highlights. Should have at least picked up an assist. Could have scored even.
mm,
For anyone in the chat, let us know how you did this game week. Any barnstormers, any stinkers. And I mean, talking of stinkers, let's have a look at this team right here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Have a look. Feast your eyes. If you're having a bad game week, then I'd like to see you top this one. And to be fair, talking of topping it, somehow I'm gonna get through the cup this week. I don't really know how, but the geezer I'm playing against hasn't touched his team in weeks. So luckily, he had Zuma in there who's been benched for both games, surprisingly so. So looks like I'm through in the cup. But yeah, you've got. It was three. I thought it was 3 returns. Now that Bruno's got that assist, it's 4 returns from a clean sheet from Soufal, an assist from Soufal, an assist from Son, and an assist from Bruno Fernandes, with Grealish, Bamford, Vardy, Dyer, Dallas, and Martinez. Rashford and Salah all blanking. Yeah, when you look at that team, what do you think, Al?
But I thought, on paper at least, going into this game week, it looked a pretty solid team. Vardy double blank, I was not expecting, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time. Here's a stat for you. It's the first. As soon as I bring him in, it's the first time he blanks for 2 game weeks in a row, or 2 matches, if you know what I mean. So for the whole of this season, he has not blanked for 2 games in a row. Also, I mean, Leicester scored 4 goals across the 2 weeks, and he did.
I was about to say that he had no involvement in either, in
no
any of the
involvement. I mean, it was just, it was an unfortunate viewing, and then Rashford, obviously, 3 points across 2 games just isn't good enough, really. Yeah, it's not.
But it's like we were saying, if Salah has a good game, Grealish does something against Newcastle, you could still have a decent week. Salah, like we were saying, if Salah turns up with 14 points against Burnley, which is obviously times 3, then it's not actually that bad in the end.
Yeah,
42 points from that.
Hi guys in the comments. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's the triple captain Salah. A lot of people. The thing is, I guess this week I haven't been really polished by De Bruyne. So De Bruyne across a double game week, a lot of people have captained him, and you've got 16 points. How do you feel about that 16 points?
Well, De Bruyne was a hard one as well, because he's not like, had this double game week been sort of January of last season, like, I probably would have triple captained De Bruyne. But it is disappointing to only get 8 over 2 game weeks, I have to say, especially against the opponents that he was playing against. But De Bruyne is an odd one this season, isn't he? He's not.
Yeah, I still don't think. I see a lot of people like commenting on my stuff like, "Oh, you should bring in De Bruyne. You might want to get De Bruyne in," kind of thing. And I mean, the returns he's got in the past 3 weeks. I mean, okay, maybe include the Chelsea game in that where he got the 13-pointer. But I mean, he picked up a 1-pointer in the last game. He picked up an assist in the game before that, and an assist in the game before that. That, to me, doesn't scream essential. Not one bit of that screams essential to me. Just quickly, we've got a comment coming in saying the triple captain Salah was always going to be a risk. Martinez versus City was 2 down dangerous. I mean, he picked up 7 saves in that game. If he doesn't concede that second, I didn't see the bonus points, but if he doesn't concede that second goal, I assume that he was at least on for a bonus point.
Yeah, I agree with the first comment that the triple captain Salah was a risk, but you wouldn't want to take Martinez out necessarily.
No.
Unless you're on a free hit maybe this week, like the Newcastle game.
I don't know whether he's saying whether like, as it, like, in what context he's saying that, in terms of like it was dangerous to play Martinez against City, or it was like, because I like 3 points, taking 3 points from that game and having Newcastle in the next game, he still could be one of the highest scoring goalkeepers this game week. So I'm perfectly fine with it. The triple captain on Salah, I mean, for me, it was sort of 2 home games. Yes, Liverpool haven't been on the greatest of form, but Salah at home, I'm not sure if he has ever actually blanked. I mean, I may be whipping this stat out my ass, but if he's ever actually blanked 2 home games in a row, just because his form is so good at Anfield, I don't think he's blanked. Let me bring that up to make sure I'm not.
The game against Man United was his second blank at home for this season, so
so as in like
2 home games just gone.
2 home games just gone, but before that, yeah, I don't think he has. No.
So blanks against West Brom and then against United.
Yeah. So against that's fair enough. I mean, like it's 2 home games against for Salah, for Liverpool. Honestly,
No, don't say poor Liverpool.
huh?
Don't say poor Liverpool.
I said for Liverpool, for Liverpool.
Oh, for Liverpool. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said for Liverpool.
And honestly, like I don't really see another time when I'm going to use it. Because in the next double game week, I'll be hitting the bench boost. Obviously, everyone's kind of slating the Salah triple captaincy right now, saying, "Oh, get Salah out, get De Bruyne in," sort of thing. If Salah goes and scores tonight, you know, I to mind all it takes is a goal basically. Even if he gets an assist, I'll be like relieved. I guess is the word. If he gets an assist, relieved.
Yeah, if he gets an assist, he probably might grab a few bonus as well, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like Salah's the kind of he's not very good for bonus, so he needs to score. I think to get any bonus, just give me a Mane dive and Salah penalty. That'll be that'll be rather nice. But yeah, there's the team. So let's take a look at how our teams are lining up for the game week 20. So your team, Al, talk us through it. The transfer. I know we've discussed a little bit previously to this and on here that you're potentially looking at making some moves. So take us through your team.
Yeah. I've not made any changes yet, apart from move the captain to Bruno.
Yeah.
For now. Still kind of waiting to see what happens on the weekend in terms of the FA Cup games, what sort of lineups are put out. Yeah. At the moment, Martial's kind of got a question mark next to him, but United's fixtures coming up are very, very nice. I would like to get another City defender in, to be fair. I just honestly don't know which player to take out to get them in.
For sure.
I mean, the easiest one seems to get rid of Dallas, but you know, Newcastle are so poor at the moment.
So would you go Martial and Dallas down to
potentially. I need to have a think, to be honest. I could do Cresswell down to Kufal and then Dallas up to Cancelo.
Cresswell to Kufal to Sufal. That's a little bit too. How do you feel? I mean, I know we're not doing predictions, but how do you feel about that Crystal Palace West Ham game?
It could be 0-0.
Could be 0-0.
It depends how. I haven't seen much of your the new striker you just brought in on loan from Mainz, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you know much about him? Is he good?
I mean, not like since a few days ago. I've looked at some YouTube videos, and I mean, he plays with confidence. He looks better than Benteke would be anyway. 6'3". Just a nice little addition to the side, honestly. But yeah, so you're looking at Martial and Dallas to potentially Cancelo and Antonio. You're not worried at all about Cancelo. You know, the rotation. We've seen him rotating a couple of times in games where, you know, the Palace game, a lot of people would have wanted him to play. Is that not a worry?
Not really. I don't think he got a rest recently, didn't he? Was it game before last? Game just gone. And although he hasn't actually got any assists yet, the way he plays in the against Aston Villa, the way he was just sort of lingering on the edge of the box, sort of pinging passes around. He's almost playing as a number 6 rather than a right back. I mean, obviously goes into his right back position on the sort of defence, but when City go forward, he plays almost in a number 6 kind of box to box role. So surely an assist is coming soon, you would think.
Yeah, you would think. Oh, the attack. How he's not like it was De Bruyne x Cancelo. De Bruyne slips the ball through to Cancelo and he hits the bar. Saw that on the replay. I was like, thank God that didn't go in. We've got a comment coming in here from Yash. Yash with the flex. Coming in with the 136 points with 4 to play. Is that one of the comments you see on Twitter? You know, I've got 100 points with 10 players left to play. Is this any good? Yes, it's very good. Well done, Yash. 136, 4 to play. Congrats, you had an absolute stormer. Couple of
any chips, by the way, bro? Yash.
Oh, any chips play? Yeah, have you played any chips If that's a game week with no chips, then my word, my word, I'll choose Maddison than Grealish. Yeah, this guy coming in. What do you think about Maddison?
Maddison looks good again.
People suggesting a replacement for
Was it kind
Grealish.
of autumn last season, sort of that October, November period? Maddison was hauling sort of every other game. He seems to be finding that form again. And yeah, Leicester look good. Obviously, the top three Premier League at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grealish is still looking a very good pick, though. To be honest, he's involved in so much of Villa's attack.
Bringing up my team for the week. The best transfer you're ever gonna see in your life. Oh, this is mind blowing. Genuinely, this is next level IQ. Right, we've taken out Charlie Taylor, not because of a price drop, not at all. Was I panicking because I was chasing price, not at all. And we brought in the main man Tete. Luckily, didn't bring in Robinson because he went and got sent off. I was so close to bringing in Robinson that game. You don't even understand. And then I was like, oh, I'll leave it until the end of the game. Robinson gets him snaps out. I mean, a lot of people are complaining about that because apparently he hardly touched Azpilicueta, and he screamed. But yeah, Tete's coming for me. We line up with Martinez in goal. Very happy with that. Mitchell against West Ham. Kind of the decision I've got to make: Mitchell or Soufal. But I think, okay, knowing me, and I guess you know me, there's only really one choice that's going to be made there. Tete against Brighton away. Brighton have looked okay so far this season, but I still if Brighton score, it's going to be one goal. And that's about it. Dallas, Newcastle, anything to go by their previous fixture. They should be thumping them. Maybe a Dallas clean sheet goal. That's what I'd be hoping for. Martial replaced Cavani. KDB injured, replaced Maddison. So this guy said, I think that means take out Martial for Cavani, because Cavani's looking good. Although a lot of rotation risk with Cavani, I would say. That we've seen plenty of games this season where he's only played 45 minutes and then be taken off. So if you catch him on a good day, he can be great. But I'd want a more consistent striker, to be honest. What are your thoughts, being a United fan, on Cavani?
Cavani's an odd one because he's so good. He's just got hamstrings like breadsticks. You just can't trust him with back-to-back 90 minutes. It was kind of one of the risks that, I guess, even buying him in the first place. He spent a lot of his last season at PSG out injured. But when he plays, he always plays well. I think he's almost a perfect kind of free hit player. He's one of them where you don't want long term, but like you said, on his day, you can easily get double digits. I think Martial's more set than Cavani, if I'm honest, because Martial can play up front and on the left wing.
Yeah.
And then, so I think over the sort of course of the season, Martial will outscore Cavani. But when Cavani,
plays,
he usually tends to do well. Yeah.
Yeah, a few more comments going on. Said, Vigard says, I remember having Maddison last season, blanks galore. I mean, Maddison did have his time last season. He was looking good for periods. If you had that, I know a lot of people had that Maddison-Vardy combination, which, could bit of a differential if you've got the transfer to make. Maybe, I mean, for me, Grealish to Maddison is still a little bit sideways with kind of, people say, oh, Grealish is not that good of an option anymore. To be honest, firstly, he hasn't actually been playing because Villa have picked up quite a few blank game weeks, haven't they, in the past few weeks?
I think they've got 3 games in hand.
Yeah, they've got something. They've got a silly amount of kind of double fixtures that will happen. So I think until I receive all of those fixtures back, I will not be looking at taking them out, because when it gets to a double game week, and Villa have got a double game week, everyone's going to want Grealish.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people will actually be looking at that Newcastle fixture and people who don't own Grealish and be quite worried of him. I'm very glad to own him. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah.
coming in with 110 with 3 to play. Congrats. Everyone coming in. Seem surprised. Everyone posting their big scores today. I wonder. I wonder if anyone fancies posting a stinker. Because for anyone who's just joined, this is the current absolute state of my double game week 19. So if you're having a bad game week, although I very much doubt if you're having a bad game week, you'd be in an FPL live stream because you probably want to stay far away from that. But if you are having a bad game, do let us know in the chat, and I can console with you. But yeah, this is how my team's looking. Well, so far this game week, Salah needs to pop off. Let's straight back onto the preview teams because I'm already, we've got 2 games left, but I'm already looking ahead to game week 20. I've been looking ahead to game week 20 since fucking John Stones pulled off that madness against Palace, to be honest. But yeah, we've got the preview covered up here. A few more comments coming in. We see the return of the cheese bomb back in the chat. Good to see you. Cancelo clearly he's a very good pick. Clearly he's very good. Sorry. And you would think that an assist is coming. Yeah, I mean his expected returns look very good. How he's not scored. I mean, I think the last 2 games, he hit the bar against Villa. I remember when I owned him for the free hit game, he went through on his. I mean, maybe he should be Pep should be playing him left or right because it seems as though he's getting a lot of chances on goal. With his left foot, and he seems to be kind of not quite burying those. And I'm pretty sure he's right-footed, so maybe if those were on his right foot, he'd be banging them in. But he says, but it's sometimes better to look at players who are actually getting the points, even undeserved. For example, Justin, rather than those who should be. Yeah, what do you think about Justin? Definitely a player I'm looking at bringing in, to be honest.
I just think James Justin, what an annoying FPL player. That guy is.
I'll tell you what, the really annoying thing for me was that I had him in my team for 4.5 mil from the start. Decided to take him out for so it was a choice between Saiss and bloody Justin. Saiss, yeah. I'm like this is honestly the first time a player's gonna play against Palace and I've been like, nah, I'll keep them because it's the smart thing to do. What happens? Saiss goes and gets benched for the next 4 game weeks, and then Justin just goes on a barnstorm. So Justin, looking at bringing Justin back in. I mean, he plays striker at times. So I think he's a very good option.
Yeah.
And everyone, I think a part of the reason I took him out was the whole speculation of Pereira coming back. At the minute with Justin, it looks like it's going to be who plays with Justin rather than who comes in for him.
Yeah, it's a good point. In terms of, I don't know who I would want to take out for Justin, to be honest. I don't want to take out Stones. Don't really want to take out a West Ham defender. And that Dallas place will either be kept by Dallas or will be Cancelo. So he's a good pick, but I don't really want. I'm not too fussed about him at the moment.
Oh, just to notify you, I can't remember if this is the same guy as before, but I think we have our lyrical genius back in the chat. If you remember what I'm talking about.
Which one?
Yeah, you remember in the last stream we had someone come in and just quote us song lyrics.
Oh yeah.
It seems like there is the return.
It was Celebration, wasn't it, last time?
Yeah, dare to change Salah to Aubameyang. Yeah, I mean Aubameyang potentially, if he picks up a bit of form, everyone's saying at the start of the season Aubameyang's going to be essential as a midfielder because of the goals he scored. What do you think about Aubameyang, my man L?
There was such a hype train for Aubameyang at the start of the season, wasn't it? Especially when he was moved from striker to midfielder. I mean, Arsenal are looking back to good form again, I guess. They had that sort of November and December period where they were almost looking like a relegation contender.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arteta's managed to turn around somehow. Saka has
the young
good
boys
form,
haven't they? And just.
Whether I'd do Salah to Aubameyang, I'm not sure, to be honest, though. I definitely look at if you're looking at the Arsenal attack, definitely look at Saka. But whether I'd spend the money on that sort of money on an Arsenal defender, especially
for sure.
Arsenal midfielder,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
for the expense of Salah.
Maybe
Sure.
maybe later on in the season, when they have nice runs. We're gonna roll through these comments quickly, and then we'll have a little discussion on kind of chip strategies, how maybe you're thinking of using the chips. Just a quick note as well, if you're new around here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. There's been some really good growth lately, and content every single day. Streams the day before the deadline and on the deadline as well. So you'll be hearing a lot more from me and a lot more from Elle as well. Hit the like button if you enjoy them. So quickly on the comments, we have some great lyrics coming in with "I Swallow Come." Elle, if you have a look at these, and I want you to pick out your favourite one. I don't think we're not gonna read through all of them, but we'll take an honourable mention to the one that you think is the best one. Julie coming in with 102 with 3 to play, and I see you have the second team with 115 with 3 to play. Those are incredible scores. Hope you're enjoying. Let's know, have you still got captain to play, or did you captain De Bruyne? But 102 with 3 to play is a great score. Hi friends, should I keep KDB? L being a KDB, I'm not a KDB owner myself, so I don't really have to ponder this one. But L being a KDB owner, what do you think on KDB? I'll bring your team up.
I'd say keep an eye on his injury, sort of for now. See what if anything's announced. See what the lineup is on.
Yeah.
Although I obviously don't expect Pep to start the first team. See if he's on the bench at least on Saturday.
For sure.
But I think he is worth keeping. West Brom, Sheffield, and Burnley the next 3. It's like we were saying earlier. He's not been what he was last season, but his sort of ceiling is so high. Especially when he plays that number 10 role. He was playing quite deep against Villa, but when he plays more up the pitch, he's such a good player, isn't he? I think I'll keep him for now. But then after the next 2 or 3 game weeks, maybe looking to get rid. He's also we were saying this before the stream, weren't we? The amount of double game weeks coming up for City.
Oh yeah, the City have got an overload of double game weeks, and on top of that, just as we discussed there is another comment coming in regarding Manchester City, saying keep last 2 game weeks. Oh, I think it's a comment aimed at someone, but double City defense looks very very tidy is what I'd say for the next few game weeks. We've got a guy coming in, Sean, saying, "Can you say hello to my brother Patrick? He's a big fan." That's hello Patrick, wherever you may be. Good. Thanks for joining in today, and I hope you're having a good game week. I myself am not, but I wish everyone all the best. It's like, as I normally say, I hope I have a better game week than everyone does, but I hope everyone has a good game week. That's really come back at me this week. It seems like everyone else is having good game weeks and I'm having a stinker. But hello Patrick, I hope you're doing well, and nice for you to join us today. FPL Penguin, hey mate, how you doing, man? Very good, very nice to join you on your stream the other day, and I look forward to talking with you soon again. I know you had Gundogan, and I bet he had Gundogan for the double L, and so
no way.
They're absolutely buzzing about that. The Gundogan scored 2 goals for 5.5 million across the double game week. That was a hell of a pick. But Man City options. De Bruyne, is he injured? Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Came off in the 59th minute against Aston Villa. So a bit of I wouldn't necessarily say heartbreak for De Bruyne managers, because I think pretty much everyone I've seen own De Bruyne also will have one of Diaz and Stones. But in terms of if we're isolating De Bruyne out, then 8 points across 2 game weeks. I mean, that's 4 points each week. It's not the kind of massive points predictions that we'd be predicting, and potentially he can miss the West Brom game. Who knows? But it's just speculation so far. Elle, have you picked a comment from Ice Wallow?
I was going to see what else we got towards as we. I'll choose
have you seen the guy's name as well? I started reading it and then I stopped myself, because if you read out the whole thing, you realise you are being fooled. So I think that's probably
Oh, I see. Very, very good.
probably
Very
the
good.
reason why the comment spam is there. But yeah, any more actual FPL questions, do let me know. Captain KDB on my first and on my team. Captain is Bruno. Yeah, I mean, KDB and Bruno got the same points this week, so either way, I think you've come out 8 points. 8 points for a captain is never too bad. Cheesemore coming in. Well, what do we predict for Liverpool versus Spurs? Probably what will be built up as the crunch game for the week. I know the kind of reverse fixture for this game was built up as kind of like, the title contenders. Now Spurs have slipped up a little bit. I still think this game will be built up, but probably it won't be necessarily considered. If Spurs win, then they're back in the race, but it's Liverpool's to lose, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. Liverpool win takes them to third again. Spurs win drops Liverpool to fifth, but Spurs fourth. I think Liverpool have to win, otherwise, it's not looking good for them in terms of. And obviously, United at the top, and that's great and stuff. But I think if Liverpool lose, then City definitely become favourites. I think they will win. To be honest, I think they'll turn up, especially now Matip's back as well.
Yeah,
they've got a proper centre back.
And Matip back, is he? Oh, that's good news for them.
From what I saw on Twitter of what Klopp has said at sort of press conference and stuff.
You'd be expecting. That's the thing with the form that Liverpool have been on though. Like it's really the predictions are really going to change depending on what happens tonight in the Burnley game. If we see Liverpool scrape by like a 1-0, then people probably maybe Spurs can nick it, although Spurs themselves haven't been. So if we're going off of regardless of the Burnley game tonight, let's just say that game gets postponed or whatever. I bloody hope not. Let me just put that out there. But regardless of that game and just off the form so far, we're looking at a kind of 0-0, 1-0 either way, or a 1-1 realistically.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with either Liverpool loss or draw. I expect Liverpool to win though.
You're expecting Liverpool to win? Yeah, I kind of do. They seem to come out trumps on the big games, because even though you'd say that the game against Man United was more of a win for Man United, Liverpool they didn't lose the game, and I think out of the two sides, United should have been the team to win it. So if anything, the Liverpool could come out of that game going, look, we didn't win it. We're definitely still in the title race. Guy says, I have Fabianski and Mondi. Who should I sell? My first. Oh, that's it. Mondi's got very good fixtures. Mondi. I think is he a bit more expensive?
I mean, Fabianski's done me well over the years, to be fair.
Fabianski's done you well over the years. He's got some decent fixtures coming up. I think both have decent fixtures coming up. I think at the minute, with the amount of West Ham defenders that are owned, keeping Fabianski's the safer pick, just because there's going to be a lot more people with West Ham defenders. So covering that clean sheet point isn't bad. But then again, also, if you're looking at maybe having something a little bit different, then Chelsea do have good fixtures, and Mendy, getting a clean sheet from Chelsea could be very handy. And Chelsea aren't on the greatest form at the minute, but with the fixtures they've got, I think they've got Sheffield coming up. I know they've got some quite good fixtures coming up. So yeah, Mendy could be a bit of a differential. But my first instinct was keep Fabianski. I think we've got a Mr. Owen Brown coming in with any news about the KDB injury. Yeah, something we've been discussing. You're looking, because Owen doesn't own KDB, does he? He's probably loving that, to be honest. He's probably absolutely loving it. Oh no, because I know I was discussing with him. He's thinking about bringing KDB in. I'm pretty sure. So you don't want to bring in KDB for potentially a minus. I don't know if it would be a minus, and have him not play, because I mean he's got Bobby, and I can understand why you'd want to get rid of Bobby. Very much so. Yeah. Then what we've said about the KDB injury is just, we're waiting and seeing basically. Seems like
There's nothing at the. I've just had another look. There's nothing at the moment.
Was it dead leg or was it he felt something? Because if he's felt something,
He was holding a sort of groin and hamstring, and hamstring's obviously never a good injury to pick up, is it? It's usually about 6 weeks.
6 weeks for a hammy. Depending on the
one.
severity of it, isn't it? Because a lot of the time now it's precautionary, where they'll be out for like a week or so. If it is that, then it looks like the likelihood is he misses the next game. But De Bruyne is a player they need so much, they will get him back as soon as they can. But it could be a Son situation where Mourinho says he's out for 6 months and he plays the next game. That didn't piss me off one bit. Drought of Cops, Fireman. We'll continue. I'm guessing. Does he mean Salah?
Firmino, Mane, Salah.
Oh, Firmino, Mane, Salah. I read that as Fireman Sah. Firmino, Mane, and Salah. Of course, the triple threat up top. Will it continue? Well, again, but I think the testing game is Burnley tonight. We were expecting Liverpool to come out of the blocks tonight. They need to. If they've not scored, honestly, if they've not scored 2 goals in the first half, they are struggling. In my opinion, they are struggling because it's shown, to be like United have shown it all season, which is why they are where they are so far this season. Is when they're sort of backs against the wall a little bit, they pull the performances out. I mean, to be fair to Liverpool, it's not we're talking of them as if they are kind of a deadbeat team at the minute. They're still 34 points, second in the league. It's not as though they're a stinker, and I think a lot of people are talking about Liverpool right now as though they are.
I think it's most of the fact. I think it's especially if they don't get a win against Burnley, they remain sort of where they are in 4th place.
Yeah.
And they'd be 5 points off United and 3 points off City, who have a game in hand. So I guess in terms of the title race, it doesn't help things, but they're obviously still, they're still one of the best teams in England, in Europe. So I think it's because they set such a high bar for themselves almost.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like if they don't win every single game, they're below form. Quickly shout out, like the stream if you're new on here, hit that subscribe button as well. IWC is coming in with the positive vibes only, and yes, I am going to refer to it as IWC from now on. You can't fool me. Positive vibes only. Love it. Coming in with Bobby for Wilson can go ahead. Can still bring in KDB late from -4. What do you think, KDB? Right, so Bobby for Wilson, that move's happening. Whatever, free transfer. Would you be looking at KDB out from -4, but for Rashford, who's playing against Sheffield? Like, I mean, being a rival, Owen, you go right on ahead. But if I weren't to know you, I don't think I'd be encouraging that move.
So KDB out for -4 and Rashford in?
No, Rashford out for a -4 and KDB in.
Oh, I see. I don't know. Rested Rashford against Sheffield. Or De Bruyne against West Brom. It's a hard one. I think, again, see what happens on the weekend, see what lineups are put out in the FA Cup. See how Rashford plays. Because Rashford's looking... He's looking a bit off it at the moment, I think. Although I'm sure the rest was annoying for his owners, I think it was needed. So see what happens at the weekend, and then go from there, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, IWC is pieced out in the chat. Good stuff. I mean, we're looking ahead to Gameweek 20. Hoping, well, specifically, I'm hoping that my team can have a little bit of a bounce back in terms of chips. What's the plan? What's the plan?
I mean, it's almost hard to predict stuff this season, isn't it? Because of things happening all the time. But at the moment, I guess the plan is wild card early mid 20s, and then bench boost 26.
Yeah.
With a triple captain on. So basically, game week 26 is supposed to be the big double game week, isn't it? The next big one.
Yeah.
But there's supposed to be like a lot of small double game weeks in and around that, where there might be only one or two players on a double. So I'll probably use a triple captain on those, and then bench boost 26.
Bench boost 26. So looking at the TC before that, wild card. Any ideas? We both use our free hit. Have you thought about the wild card?
Yeah, I'll probably either wild card into a bench boost or wild card out of a bench boost.
So have you seen that apparently there's going to be quite a few blank fixtures game week 29? Is that something you'd be kind of maybe try and transfer? Would you transfer players in for the double, then wild card out for the blank, or would you be looking to wild card into the double and then just doing what you can for the blank?
Yeah, probably that one.
Wild card into.
I'm not going to wild card. Yeah, I'm not going to wild card just for the sake of a blank, and then everyone's back the next game week.
Yeah. I mean, you could use it as like a wild card out of the double to sort of bring in players, because you don't have to bring in a whole at that period, like all of the players for the blank game week. If you get me.
Yeah. It also depends on who's blanking and who's playing, I guess. If say it's most of the top 6 that are blanking, then that might be a bit of an issue. So no United game, no Liverpool game, no City game.
United, there are certain games to go, but United play Palace that week, and Palace are already like a firm team. There's no reason that Palace can't play that week, so it's only United who is kind of determinant whether that fixture goes ahead. And from what I saw, it looks reasonably likely, because I think United have to beat 2 teams, but one of them is Spurs. So it's really just dependent on what. I might be chatting rubbish there, but I think that's how it works. So that game definitely could go ahead. And there's a few fixtures I think for double game week 19 that you can target. Obviously not now. Apparently we'll know by game week 24 the blank game week fixtures, so you can do a bit of planning then. But also, people are definitely going to be looking to plan for the double game week 26. Are Manchester City defenders essential, El? Are they essential?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Best defence in the league. Continuous. The returns are so consistent.
Yeah.
Especially Stones at the moment, it's 5.1, which is a hell of a bargain. I think at least one is essential.
At least, I think Stones looks pretty essential. I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna get him in for. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get him in soon, but come double game week 26. I mean, we've seen this week that -4s for double game week players can pay off massively, and the fact that Stones will have a double game week 26, potentially if he does have a double game week 27 as well, a -4 for kind of that transfer, I think would be well worth it. But by that time as well, he probably would have gone up in price quite a bit. Let's be honest. I'm expecting another price rise from him before this next week, and then we'll probably see him going up sort of 0.1 increments for the next few weeks. So by the time I want to bring him in, he could be 5.5, 5.6, who knows. But yeah, a few more comments in. We have FPL Penguin coming in with the Bamford will score versus Newcastle. Oh mate, I do hope so. I do hope so.
You should do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember, I can't remember if you told me that you owned him before. I mean, in the previous game, the Newcastle game, it was 5-2 to Leeds, right? I think Bamford only picked up an assist, but you're expecting because Newcastle have been awful lately, haven't they? Really, they've been horrible.
Yeah.
Leeds haven't been great, but they've also had a lot less fixtures. they're a team that you could kind of catch them hot, catch them cold, but just the intensity that they play with against the Newcastle side that's looking pretty stinky. Let's be honest. Yeah, I'm hoping for a big haul from Bamford. Breaking news as well coming in with the Aguero test positive for COVID. Yeah, to be fair,
Aguero's not having a good season, is he? He's been out for so much of it.
What was it? An injury before, now test positive for COVID. Like, it's really been a shame for Aguero, because everyone always talks about Aguero. Sort of, if he played every single game, he could bang 30, 40 goals a season comfortably. It's just a shame for him that he's so much injury. Obviously now testing positive for COVID. It's just not great. Max Pike coming in with a question that something that I'm definitely kind of considering myself. Should I keep Vardy? Now, personally, for me, the way my team is set up, let me bring my team up for you, and sort of discuss my thoughts on Vardy, because I'm in a similar predicament to yourself. So I've got Vardy and Rashford and Vardy are I'm kind of pairing them up, because if I wanted to do something, I'd have to take up Rashford to say, bring Kane in and bring in a cheaper midfielder. But so far with Vardy, it's an away fixture against Everton. We know his form's very good. The only transfer or transfers I look at to take out Vardy would be take out Vardy for Kane if you've got the money, and only on a free transfer. Personally, I would not be transferring out Vardy for a minus, but just because every week he has such high potential of bringing back a haul. Not only does he play Everton, but in the weeks after that he's got Leeds, he's got Fulham. I'm looking at captaining him for the Leeds game actually. There's a bit of breaking news for you, because Leeds have been stinky. Leicester beat them 4-5 last time, so yeah, I'd keep Vardy for the Leeds game, to be honest. Quickly roll for a few more of these comments. Sell Martial and upgrade your bench. There's a recommendation for UL from Scratch. Yeah, just hope Salah hauls tonight with the triple captain. Me and you both. Loving the stream. I'd like to subscribe. Thanks, man. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I mean, if FPL playing, and if you wanted to come on here anytime, let me know, and I look forward to joining you on one of your streams soon. He's still ICW still going. He's still he put IWC out and then proceeds. For the Bolt manager is absolute unit. Fair, man. Fair. Yeah, Trip Chatty wildcard. So I think I'm just gonna leave the wildcard, to be honest. I'm gonna leave it. Not use it for the bench boost. Not use it for the blank. Just wait and see. To be honest, wait and see, because if you have a free hit still, you're looking fine. So with your triple captain, would that be De Bruyne? Is that how you're thinking?
I don't know, to be honest. Potentially, it'll be easier to kind of work out what to do once some more double game weeks are released.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the ideal would be a Bruno triple captain. Just because he's been such a good player for United this season. So I'd love to be able to triple captain him and he do well. But no, I mean, Antonio could be a good triple captain option if he gets a nice double game week again. Son and Kane, double. I think game week 26 again, as well as 28. I think Spurs have another double. So either of those two could be contenders again. So yeah, it's just kind of wait and see. There's enough players that are doing well for there to be sort of multiple options. Yeah, it's just to see who's got the best double, I guess.
Yeah, who's got the best double. We will be wrapping up the stream pretty shortly. We're approaching the hour mark, so a quick little shout out if you're new around here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We've got, I guess, like another 10 minutes or so. So is there any discussion that you particularly want to have, El? Anything you want to wrap us up with?
Well, there's some news today actually that this kind of Super League thing that was being
Yeah.
um, put out by UEFA and stuff. It's almost like elite Champions League kind of tournament.
Yeah.
Well, apparently FIFA today have said that they don't recognise it as a competition, and any player who plays in that competition
will not be able to
won't
play
be
in
able.
FIFA. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, so they won't be able to play in the World Cup and stuff. That's quite
So,
interesting to see.
I mean, that effectively means that won't happen, because I don't think any player in the right mind, unless they've got no chance of playing for their national team, but then the players who would be playing in for those teams obviously do. So I think that that basically rules out the chance of that happening, because I don't think any player is going to sort of give up national football for a kind of super league for their club. That's how I look at it anyway. Quick comment coming in saying, don't have Vardy, but Justin Castagna double up. Have Justin already wanted the flake of Reguilon out for Castan? I mean, thing with Castan is, if he looks like he's back, and the fact that he's back, he should play every week. And at the start of the season, he looked unbelievable for Leicester. Like, he was getting attacking returns in every single game, and the fixtures that Leicester have coming up. Justin himself is still at this point enough of a differential, but having Castan as well could be a very, very good move there, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. Another thing maybe is, if you've got the money for Castan, then maybe look at a City defender if you've not already got one.
City defender. City defenders are going to be discussed a lot, I think. A lot of people are going to be City defender. I'm actually posting a wildcard video after this, and the double up on City defenders is very much in there. Diaz and John Stones, because those are the two players who we can rely on putting in. I doubt anyone did, but if anyone followed my wildcard team that I posted the other day, I think you'd be on for well over 100 points. So I can at least I can pat myself on the back for that, and not my own actual team, but I can at least take a bit of respite from that. But yeah, coming up to the hour, 5 minutes to go. I mean, what do you think, Al? You'll be able to join me next Monday for a stream, or?
Potentially, I'm hoping so.
But yeah, I mean, would you want to roll through some predictions now, or should we leave it? Because we've still got a few.
We can do a few if you want.
Okay then. Well, firstly, being as unorganised as I am, I'm gonna need to bring the fixtures up. Because
should we predict the next two for this game week?
Go on then. Let's do Liverpool. What did we put? I can't remember what we put before, because we did the whole predictions before.
No, I can't actually.
So we've got
fresh predictions. It was 2-0 or something.
Fresh predictions for tonight. So get in the comments down below. What do you think the Liverpool versus Burnley game, the score's going to be tonight? We're going to start off with that one. Obviously, Liverpool been looking really poor, so I think people will still be going for a Liverpool win, but not quite to the degree that we saw before. What do you think, Al?
Again, I remember being a hard one to predict even before this game week, and potentially even more so now. I still think a Liverpool win. It's just a hard one. It could be 1-0. It could be 2.
Exactly, could be 1 or 2-0. Could be 3-4. We could see a Palace situation of 7-0. Come on, Mo. My man. Come on.
I'd love a Burnley goal, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of indifferent for a Burnley goal, because it wipes out the clean sheet, which is nice, because I don't own a Liverpool defender. But with the triple captaincy on Salah, I effectively get a clean sheet. I get 3 points for a clean sheet from Salah. So I mean, a clean sheet is 4 points.
That's
so
true.
I effectively get a clean sheet.
I guess for you though, if Liverpool do manage to keep a clean sheet, it might push Salah out of the bonus if he only gets an assist.
That's true, just because Trent and Robbo are always really high up there. I think it benefits me more if they don't keep a clean sheet, just because the points difference is like kind of 2 or 3 in that respect, and obviously the bonus points. But also, I don't mind if they keep a clean sheet. And my main focus, obviously, is Salah going forward rather than him going back. So, an assist and a goal, I think, would be. I mean, a goal. Give me a goal or an assist and a bonus. Get Salah. Salah, if he gets 10 points this week, happy days. Happy days.
Yeah,
Are you going to be? Will you be spectating the match tonight?
Probably not, to be honest.
Probably not.
No, I'll probably just watch it. I'll probably just have it on sort of score notification or something.
Sorry, you speak like that IT guy from The Office. I don't quite know which one you're referring to. Joe, which one are you referring to?
What's his name? Is it Keith?
It might be Keith. I mean, yeah, my man Keith.
Bit of a legend.
It's based in Slough, isn't it? So it's London.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's likely that I've got similar accents to where it's based. It's South London. It might. Slough. Oh no, it's actually it's not quite London. It's west of London, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's all.
It's that guy. Yeah, he's the one where he's like, yeah, I know who he means. He's the one with the sort of long black hair who claims to have done all these things. Do you remember?
Send me a picture.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture.
Don't have an idea. Burnley just look so bad going forward. The last game, yeah, they look awful. Like Pop Smoke. Alright, we're getting all the lookalikes in right now. I think I'm the spitting image of Pop Smoke. Couldn't have said it better myself. So yeah, any comments, any FPL fixture predictions? Let us know. We got Burnley. So what is your Burnley prediction, El?
Against Liverpool.
1-0.
1-0.
I'm gonna up you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna up you by 2. I'm gonna go 3. Please, this is more me begging for it to happen than I actually think it will. Yeah, Salah, my man. I pray. Come on, Salah. And the fixture that's gonna round us up for the week: Newcastle versus Aston Villa.
I'm gonna say 3-0 for that one.
3-0. Grealish hat trick.
I think Liverpool will do well.
We can all get behind. We can all get. Oh, why not? We can all get behind.
If you repeat that 24 pointer against Liverpool,
yeah.
That would be something else.
You know, a nice little 28 pointer to match John Stones. You know, just one up Stones. That'd be nice. Get yourself 5 goals, Grealish. Go for it, mate. Go for it. But yeah. That's we're on the hour mark, so thanks everyone for joining. It's been a pretty good stream today, to be honest. I very much enjoyed myself. I hope you have too as well, El. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, cheers.
Very much enjoyed. Thanks everyone in the chat, all the comments, everything. It's been very very helpful, and I hope you have enjoyed. Obviously, last time hit the like button if you have enjoyed. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here, and we'll catch you soon. Monday we'll be streaming again. See ya.
See you guys. Real?